Hi guys, this is me Ramesh and welcome to the DevOps Testing Tools.com and please subscribe to my channel Arcade Testing Tools. Okay, so in this session we'll be discussing about how to launch the emulator in the Windows machine for Android in mobile testing. Okay, especially when you're working with the RPM with Java and Android and iOS testing guides. Okay, so you need to work on emulator where you have to launch your application and you have to test your test scripts. Okay, so for that, what are the prerequisites and also what kind of softwares we have to install and what are the configuration we have to set at the Windows system level. Okay, let's go with one by one. Here is my the steps. So we need to follow one by one. So first of all, we need to download the Android Studio. Okay, there you can go to the Google and type the standard studio. All right, right. So once you navigate to the official website of this Android Studio, you will see an option called as download Android Studio. So here you have to download it. Okay, just click on download it. Okay, okay. So I already downloaded this Android Studio into my machine, and once it is downloaded, right, you just click on this exe file. Okay, and click on next, next, next. So there is no option to select any specific thing in the setup. You just have to click next, 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 next. Okay, so once it is done, and the second step is they install the ADK tools from the Android Studio from SDK Manager. Okay, this is one of the important part. If you want to launch your emulator for the particular device version, okay, you have to create the SDK tools for that. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll go to the Android Studio here in the menu, click on the Android Studio. Okay, so basically when you're opening first time in the in your system, right, so it will ask you to create a sample application. Okay, my application kind of stuff. You just select my application, project name is my application, and click on next, and after that you will see the blank and my activity, something like that. You will see any kind of activity you can select, blank or my activity. You can my application, you can select anyone and you just click on proceed. Okay, so once it is configured, once it is created, the project is created, so the UI look like this. Okay, you will see the project left side. Okay, we don't worry about all these things because this is for the Android developers. We won't worry about that. Okay, our job is to create emulator, right? So we need to go to the there are two different icons on the right side. Okay, here is here, and here is the Android sorry, SDK manager, and the left side you can see one more called AVD manager. We'll come to the AVD manager later, and we'll go with the SDK manager. Click on this SDK manager. So once you click on that SDK manager, right? Okay, you will see the different versions of Android. Okay, you will see the different versions of Android here, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, like that. Okay, there are so many Android devices versions here. Why these are displaying here? Because if you want to create an emulator, okay, in your mission, right, Windows mission, right? Okay, so you have to install any of the versions, okay, into the SDK tools, so that so that you can invoke that emulator with the same version. Okay, if it is not installed in this SDK tools, right? Okay, you cannot invoke any kind of emulator. That is not possible. Okay, so what you have to do for the time being, I'm just going to check this one. Okay, Oreo. Right now the Android 10 is installed. Okay, I also installed the 7.1.1, and now I'm installing the 8.0. Okay, so just click on the apply one, OK button. So initially it will take a lot of time. It is 5 to 10 minutes like that, because the version will contain almost 1 to 2 GB like that. Okay, based on the library that the version is having. All right. So now just go on finish button. Okay. Now OK button. Okay. So before clicking on OK button, and make sure, okay, once these SDK tools have been installed, right? Okay, and make sure check the SDK tools also, SDK platform. Sorry, this is the SDK platforms. And if you go and check the SDK tools, okay, these are the miscellaneous tools that are required for your emulator. Okay, so try to check these options. Okay, when you are setting newly into your Windows machine, try to check all these options. Make sure. Okay, and see make the Android Auto Desktop. These are not required for you. Okay, probably you need to install these, whatever I checked here. Okay, but by defaultly a few of the checkboxes unchecked. Okay, when you open the first time, so try to make it make install, I mean, all these things, then click on OK button. Okay, it will install that, SDK tools or SDK platforms, okay, into your system. Okay, then once it is done, our next one is go to here, yeah, set environment variables for the SDK tools. Okay, this is one of the important stuff. Okay, before creating an emulator, right, I'm going to set the SDK tools that environment variables. Okay, how to set that? So first of all, you need to find where that SDK tools have been installed into your machine. So go here into the C drive, okay, and go to the program files. Okay, go to the Android. Okay, Android Studio is coming here. Okay, if you're not able to see any kind of Android-SDK file here, okay, or else Android-SDK, yes, Android-SDK file you are not able to see in this folder. Okay, you have to go back to the program files. Okay, still I'm not able to find here. Okay, so in that case, it might be installed at the C drive level, or it might be installed at the users level. Go to the users. Okay, go to the users, and this is my name of the system, the users. And here you will not see any kind of files here, right? There is no Android SDK here. You see that? Okay, so here you have to find that Android SDK. Still I'm not able to find that. You will the best option is go back to the Android Studio, open the SDK manager again. You see that this is the Android SDK location where the Android SDK is installed. Copy this location, and come back to the drive. Okay, open it. Okay, it is installed in my drive, the Arcudicala app data local Android and SDK. It is there in this folder, users app data local Android SDK. So here it is there. Just copy this path, and go back to the, right, how to set the environment variables for the system, like, Java and Maven. You set it right already. Right click on this one, properties, and advanced system settings. Yes, environment variables, and here you will see I'm just going to create this one, Android SDK here. Okay, Android underscore home is equal, this is the one. Okay, till here, till SDK only you have to set it, till SDK only you have to set it. Okay, then click on OK button. I already set it in my system, don't need to worry about that. Go here, check on here, this is the one. Okay, and then after the next job is come back to your folder, SDK folder, and you need to set the path for the platform tools and also tools folder till here. Okay, all right. So now let me go and set this platform tools folder here. Copy this one, go here. Okay, and here it is not at the system variables level, it is a path variable level. You need to set it. Click on this path variable, click on edit it, and create a new file here. Okay, click paste here, simple. Okay, it's already there in my system here in the left side. You see this in the top. Okay, I'm deleting this guy, and OK button. Once it is done, what is the next part? You have to set the tools, right? Tools, come back here, tools, come back here, path variable, edit, new button, paste here. Already tools have been set, okay, previously into my system. I'm removing it. OK button. Okay, fine, your job is done. Now, so what you have to do, your next job is, close this guy. Next job is go here, create an emulator for from AVD Manager. This is a virtual manager, virtual device which we are looking for. Okay, go to the Android Studio. Okay, and here is the AVD Manager. Just click on this guy, And this is very, very important, guys, because people are doing mistake while creating a emulator, and they're finally feeling that they're unable to launch the emulator. Okay, so you know how to follow the process that how to create an emulator. Okay, without any issues, and also after creating emulator, also after launching the emulator, also that they cannot work properly because of the slow performance. Okay, so if you want to be a good performance emulator, okay, so you have to follow the certain parameters while creating an emulator. What I'll do here, I'm going to create an emulator here, create a virtual device. This is already created, don't worry about that. Create a virtual device. And here, you see this, in this particular window, virtual device configuration window, you will see different options here. You want to create emulator for the TV, or you want to create an emulator for the phone, web, Wear OS, tablet, or automotive. Now I want to create a emulator for the phone only, because my application support only phone. So I want to automate that application in my phone. Okay. So phone in the sense in a mobile device and a device. All right. Okay. There are a lot of options here. Okay. You will see Pixel 3a on Nexus, Google Nexus, Galaxy Nexus. Okay. You almost see related to the Google Nexus and Samsung Galaxy. Okay. So all these things you're getting here. So now I want to create a virtual device, okay, which already installed, right? So it is already Android 8.0 is installed into my system, and the same kind of version I want to install with the device, different device name. Okay, go and select any device here. Okay, you don't need to worry about that. I want to select Nexus, yes, or else you can go with the Pixel. Anyone is fine. Yeah. Pixel 2 XL. Okay, click on this guy and click on next button. All right. See here now. Here's the problem actually. The people are getting a lot of issues with this stuff. Earlier in the previous Android Studio, the process was different. They used to give the Android SDK bundle, and from there the AVD manager and SDK manager is separated. And there we have to click on the AVD manager, and we have to provide all the details manually, and you have to select the which version and the skin or the system image, blah, 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 lot of things. That was completely confusing. Now it will be very easy to create it. Okay, so you have to check. I install the Android Q, right? I mean the Q version, right? Okay, and select this guy. Okay, don't click on the next one. Okay, people are doing that kind of mistakes every time. Go to the 86 images. Okay, you see this message, right? Considering you're using a system image with the Google API to some error message is coming here. This error message should not be come here. Should not come here. Okay, should be disappear. Until that you have to work here. Okay, so here there is a problem. What kind of problem is here? Okay, see this, consider using a system image with the Google APIs. Okay, whatever you're taking target option is there, right? So that should have the Google API. C2 is having Google API here. Okay, this is not having the Google API. Now I'm trying to install this one, above one. All right. So this should see this is 1.2 GB. Okay, this will take a lot of time to create your virtual device, a particular version. That particular version is downloading all the libraries. Yeah, it is done, and we're just going to finish button, and then select the one. Now you see that error was gone, right? Okay, the same way you have to be so careful while installing this stuff. Okay, select the only Google APIs, and then go to the other images. Okay, here also we're getting some issue. What is the version here? See, he has provided till only Nugget, not the Oreo. The Nugget is the 7th version, Android 7.0, something like that. And Q is 8.0. So they didn't provide anything. So forget about this one. And just click on first recommended, click on your version, and click on the images, click on your this respective version, and click on next button. Okay, don't click on the image, other images, click on next. And here, this is a very, very important part, guys. Okay, so you can give any name here. Okay, so AVD name. Okay, for recognition purpose, and what I'm doing here, I'm giving Pixel 2. This enough. The name is enough. Okay, so that means this is the Pixel emulator, Pixel 2 emulator. Now in the bottom, when you come down here, okay, it should be portrait. It's not the landscape one. And yeah, so the show advanced settings. This is one of the important settings, okay, that we have to do at the emulator level. And you see this, the configuration for the emulator, the RAM is 1.5 GB and the heap memory is around 384 MB and internal storage 800 MB like that. Okay, so if you're working on a 4 GB RAM or 4 GB RAM or 8 GB RAM, okay, 4 GB RAM may not be possible to increase your this one. You can increase, that's not a problem. But while increasing this RAM, right? So that means your emulator become very fast. Okay, so that you will not face any kind of problems while automating your application in the emulator. All right. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to give you 2 GB RAM for this. Okay, 2 GB RAM. Okay, if you're giving 3 GB RAM, it will be very fast. All right. So I'm just increasing the heap memory to 500, and also increasing the internal storage to something 200 like that. All right. Okay. And guys, one more thing, if you want to work smoothly for Android mobile testing for using Appium Java for iOS and Android testing, right? Okay. Make sure your system configuration should be high, at least 8 GB RAM, 8 i5 processor. Okay. Yeah. So this is a basic one. Okay. At least 200, 250 to 550, 500 GB hard disk. Okay, because this will take this Android Studio will take to install the SDK tools and the AVD manager. It's taking a lot of space in the hard drive, and also this AVD manager, I mean the virtual device, will consume a lot of memory of the system. That is the reason just try to have a good configuration system like 8 GB RAM. Okay, if you're working on a 4 GB RAM, right? So obviously you'll end up with a lot of slow issues. Okay, you cannot work properly. Okay, right? Better to have a good configuration of your system, especially for mobile testing, guys. All right, so I'm going to finish this guy. All right, perfect. So it is created. Now it is Pixel 2 is created. Now how to launch this emulator into my system set? Okay, so there are different options to launch your emulators. One is from the Android Studio AVD Manager. Okay, the other one is a command prompt. The other one is the command prompt. So first, let me go with the how to launch the emulator from the Android Virtual Manager, Device Manager. Just click on select the device first. Okay, I want to launch the Pixel 2 emulator. Select the device and click on this. Okay, run button. Okay, launch this AVD in this emulator. In the emulator, I just clicked on it. See, the emulator process what AVC Pixel was killed. Okay, there might be some issue. We'll see that. Again, I'm going to launch it. See, these kind of issues we always get that. Okay, let me go back and see, edit it. Okay, let me change if anything else here. It's fine. Second, under 10.0. Why 10.0? 1 second, go back. This is fine. Oops, okay, 10.0 I have taken. Fine. Here, yeah, 10.0 is fine. Then, okay. Then size, you can take anything, it's not a problem. Click on finish. Now try to launch this guy. Still, it's having some problem. Okay, let me fix it first. Guys, we made a mistake. If you go back here, see the version which I installed here in the SDK manager. Okay, so 10 also is there, but 10Q is not there. We were trying to launch the emulator 10.0, but we installed Oreo. Okay, Android 8.0. So that is what we did a mistake. And don't worry, go back to the this one, AVD manager, and try to kill this guy. Delete the entire stuff here because it occupies a lot. All right. Now create a virtual device. I forgot it. Okay, Pixel 2. I'll select the Pixel 2 only. And this time it's not a Q, right? It's Oreo. See Oreo. Oreo 8.0 only I have selected. 8.0 here. Okay, it is installing now. Yeah, it is installed. Just click on finish button. Okay, so where is this Oreo 8.0? And then go to the, it must be Google API, guys, and go to the 86 image. Or you here at the bottom, you see that, and it must be 8.0 Google APIs, and it should be 8664. Okay, select this guy, 8664. Click on this one, download this guy. So this is approximately 9.12 MB. It is done. Just click on finish button. Okay, so then select this one, go to the next one. Okay, click on next, and now I'm creating this one. Okay, let it be no issues. In the same name. If you want to remove it, you can remove it. And you know right how to increase the RAM and all those things. So just go and increase the RAM here, 48, 2048 and 500 heat memory, and internal storage. It's not required, but just changing it. Finished it. Yeah, finished it. Just once you create it, just refresh this guy. So it will load. And try to launch it. I think we selected 86. I don't know why. I'll see that. Again, 10.0 is coming. I don't know why. All right, let me go back here. I'm not sure why it is coming here. Recommended Oreo. And here, wait, 26, API level 26. Here is a 26. I'm sorry. Here is a 1. Okay. And finished up. Okay. Then I want to run it. We do some silly mistakes every time. So this time the emulator is launching successfully, right? So launching the emulator from the Android device is going to be difficult for everyone because once you open the system, right? So if you want to open the Android Studio, it's taking a lot of memory of the system, and you open many apps in your system, right? Like Eclipse or the Appium server and all those things. Okay, so all these things will take a lot of memory of the system. So don't run it from the Android Studio AVD manager. Okay, try to launch in a different manager. Okay, this is the one way to launch it. Okay, this is the one way to launch the emulator. Okay, see, look at this emulator is fine, right? Okay, all right, just close this emulator first. Okay, now I'll show you the second way of launching the emulator. Now, second way of launching the emulator, I want to close this Android Studio also. All right. Now, what I'll do, I'll go with the how many ways to launch the emulator on Windows. Okay, so basically for Android emulators, so we have two different ways. One is from the Android Studio that we have just now seen it, and the other one is from the command prompt. Okay, and this is one of the change, guys. Okay, you have to definitely you're going to face problems while launching the emulator from the command prompt, but there are some settings required. I'll show you that. Okay, let me go to the command prompt here. Command prompt. Basically, you have to check how many emulators have been installed in your system. Okay, what is the command for that? The command is emulator, emulator, hyphen list, hyphen AVDs. You see this? These are the two different devices. I mean, two different virtual devices AVDs have been installed in your system. Okay. Now I want to invoke Nexus 6 or Pixel 2 because we just now created a Pixel 2, right? We will launch that only. How to launch that? So for that, emulator, okay, and hyphen AVD, okay, and your device name. Device name is a Pixel underscore 2 underscore API underscore 29. Click on enter. You see this, you definitely get this kind of errors. You definitely get this kind of errors. What is this error here? Android EMU, Android. There is a lot of messages there. Okay, library not found. Library not found in the sense example, you're launching an emulator for a different folder. You need to look for. I mean, this emulator command is look for where the emulator bat file is there. Where the emulator bat file is there. Now let's go and see that first. Where the emulator bat file is there here. You see here, when it comes to the Android Studio, Android SDK folder, right? So open this SDK folder, and it is always looking for the emulators where it is installed. Okay, it is there in the tools. Go to the tools. Okay, and you will see the emulator here. Okay, this is the emulator of application file here. Okay, you have to launch the emulator from here only. Now go here and create a CMD here, command prompt here. Now you try to do that. What is that? Emulator. Okay, emulator -avd and that virtual device and your device name. I don't remember device name, sir. So I'll go here again. You type the command called -avd-list. All right. Now you copy this guy. Copy this guy. Come here. Emulator -avd space enter. Now you see this. The device is launched successfully without any error. Okay. But definitely you will get an error. Why? Because there is an issue. You cannot directly launch this emulator, okay, by navigating to this tools path and typing this command. You will face 2 to 3 issues. Okay, I resolve that. I'll show you that how to troubleshoot this emulator issues. The first thing is, you have to go back to the system environment variables, properties, advanced system settings, environment variables. And here you will see 2 different paths. You see this Android_avd_home and Android_SDK_home. Okay, these 2 different paths you have to set it. Otherwise, your AVD will not launch properly. Okay, so what is this path, sir? This path is nothing but just now you created a emulator, right? Okay, for every emulator, they will system will create a .ini file. Okay, when you want to launch the emulator from the system command prompt, right? Okay, it will give an error message. System cannot find the this Pixel ini file, this Pixel mobile ini file. I'll show you that. I'll show you that where exact it is. If you go to the system local users and .android here, right? AVDs. You see this? These are my different type of AVDs that I have installed into my machine. Nexus 6_P. Okay, this is the Pixel one with just we launched it. Okay, and where is the ini file here, sir? This is the ini file. Okay, if you right click on this file and go to the properties, you see the file extension is a .ini. Okay, you definitely get this kind of issues. Okay, what you have to do? You come to the your folder, your name, and come here .android. Okay, AVDs. Set this path at the system variable level like this. Android_avd_home, Android_SDK_home. These 2 different paths are definitely required to launch your emulator. Otherwise, the emulator will not launch. Okay, so if you face those kind of issues, definitely you have to set this path. Otherwise, you just ignore it. All right. So this is the way of launching the emulator for the mobile testing. Okay. Example, you don't have a real device to automate it. Okay. And every time you have to connect to your computer, you have to automate your test scripts on the particular device. And if your device is low version or high-end version, also is going to be problem. And if you want to work on different kind of emulators, okay, what you have to do? Again, you have to open the another emulator. If you want to work on multiple emulators, okay, copy this guy, come back here, and here cd app data. Okay, this is where my Android Studio, SDK tools have been installed. Okay, Android SDK tools. All right, now here type command emulator, how to launch it, -avd, then space, and you paste here. Okay, launch this guy. See, now I have 2 different emulators. You see this? Now I have 2 different emulators. Okay, like this, you can open n number of emulators, but it's based on as I discussed earlier, right? Okay, you need to have a good processor and RAM in your system so that you can handle the multiple emulators. There's no problem. My system is having i5 processor and 16 GB RAM. So that my work is very fast when I'm working with the emulators. But if you're working in 4 GB RAM, right, definitely you'll face the slow issueness. You probably may not launch properly. Okay, so better to increase the RAM and work with that. All right. So So this is the way to launch the emulator through two different ways. One is from Android Studio, the other one is from the command prompt. All right. Okay. So what I'll do, the next job is the last one, last but not the least one, how to install an APK file into the emulator. Guys, people are asking, how to launch the APK file into the emulator. Okay, how to do that? So do we need to open the file, the device, I mean AVD, and from here do we need to install that? Guys, if you are trying to install from this device, right, you cannot install that because there is a permissions over there. You cannot install here directly. Like example, I'm opening the Chrome browser here. I want to download some APK file. I want to install that. Probably it may not accept it. Okay, it may not accept it, and it will throw up, an error message. So how to launch and how to install that file, APK file into your machine? That we'll see that. Okay. All right. Let me open the command prompt here. Before that, if you want to install the APK file into your system, right, in your emulator, right, so you must have the .apk file. So what I'll do, I'll just download any kind of an APK file, like API demos, API demos, APK download. Okay, I'm trying to download one APK file here. Probably in the company also they will give you the .apk file for you to automate it. Okay. Because it will not be there in the Play Store, right? Okay, so probably it will be under development. So that is the reason they will give you APK file for Android automation. Okay, copy this guy. Okay, copy this guy. So I'll put it into some different folder. In C drive, I'm creating an apps. Here I'm placing here. Okay, all right. So I need to navigate this path first, or else you don't need to navigate it, but you can come back here. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to check. Okay, so before installing the APK, I forgot to tell you one thing. You want to check the how many devices connected to your computer. Okay, that is for ADB devices. ADB devices is a command to check how many devices connected to your computer. Okay, you see one device is it, but still that is an offline. I'm not sure why it is offline. I'm going to click on this one again. See, now this is my emulator name. This is a UDID of the particular this emulator UDID. Okay, it's not the device name, it is a device ID. All right, now I want to install this APK file into the emulator. How to do that, sir? Okay, let me do one thing. I'll go here and cd apps. Okay, in this here ADB command and a debug which install and your APK file. Just tap enter. See, perfect, successfully launched, successfully installed. Go here and check here API demos install. See, this application has been installed successfully into the device, emulator. Okay, all right, guys. But still, sometimes you are not able to install the APKs into the emulators. There might be reasons. Okay, there might be permission issues. There might be something else. But when it's come to the real time, right, when you're working with the companies, obviously you will get face a lot of issues while installing the application .apk file into your emulator, not in the real devices, emulators especially. So in that case, you will see a bunch of commands over in the internet. Okay, you have to go to the Google and just type, unable to install APK in Android device from the command prompt. Okay, unable to install. Okay, you will get a lot of solutions here. Definitely, it will work. Any of the solution from the Google. Okay, I used a couple of things over here. So what about this? Yeah. Okay, now this also is not working. Yeah, it's not the one. No. I'll do one thing. I'll type a different one. How to install APK into Android emulator. Android emulator. Okay, this will give you different kind of ways that you have to install into a device. All right, so you'll see here. All right, so the same path, right? ADB install an APK file, and if you're in a different path, ADB install and that path of the APK file. And if it is not possible by this code, this one, right? Okay, if it is not working this code, this command, you probably have to use this other one. Where is that? Yes, this is the one, guys. So this is the one. Okay. Okay. So you need to use this one. Okay. Your path of APK file here, Android -es and emulator name. Why we are giving emulator name here? Because if you launch the multiple devices and multiple emulators into your system, right, multiple devices connected, so in that case the system cannot understand in which device it has to, I mean, it has to be installed. That is the reason I'm giving a proper device name to install my app into the particular emulator. ADB-es. Okay, so if you're not able to install any kind of APIs, use this command. Definitely it will work. Definitely it will work. Okay, so initially you go with this ADB install in your APK file. Okay, and if it is not working, go with this stuff. All right, so this is for the day, that how to launch the emulator and creating the emulator and all those things. Okay, so we'll see you in the next session with how to work, how to automate a simple scenario in the emulator. Thank you for watching the video. We'll see you in the next session.